As the world crumbles, the windows shatter and the globe turns, QTVNickBro from his nuclear bunker in Kiev talks with his guest of the day. I'm Vitalia and here's QTV.
Thank you, Tara. Welcome to episode 8 of ATWC. I hope you're having a great day as usual. If you like what you hear, then don't forget to subscribe and leave a like to this video. If you don't like this video, then don't subscribe and don't like. You can also dislike, but who cares? Anyway, now, so where did I even begin? Today I have a very special guest with me. It's someone who I know pretty well on Discord and online in general. It's a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine from Brazil. I know him from some time now. I think I said already. Olier. And he has a lot of interesting, I suppose, stuff to tell you. And yeah, he's just a great friend. This really is a bit of a. I want to do a little bit of a laid back episode today because I've done in the past, for the past 7 episodes, I've done episodes which are in my usual format, and I think some kind of break from that format is necessary. And this will be the one and only one. Well, kinda, the final episode will be very cool because it'll be different from what you will see up to a little so at that point. Stay tuned. But in the meantime, we have got through the, the podcast, I suppose. And anyway, for today's guest, please welcome Olier. Say hi, Olier.
Hello, my name is Goulven05, also known as Goulven. I'm here with QTVNickBro, and in as old crumbles.
Yeah. I need to clarify one thing. In the server, Goulven talked to him. He calls himself Olier. I actually have no idea what that actually.
Yes.
Can you tell us what both Goulven and Olier mean?
Both names I took from. I took both names from niche figures from the region of Brittany in France. Those names are from nationalist figures from that region. I took those names as my usernames because they just sounded cool. I don't subscribe a lot with their ideas, but their names sounded cool, so I just used them as my Discord and YouTube usernames.
Oh, I see. Well, I think it's a pretty original idea to name yourself, because if you look at me, and naming yourself after a Ukrainian defunct kids channel isn't the best idea in the long run.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But yeah, so it will be okay if I refer to you as Olier because I'm really used to calling you Olier. Is it okay if I call you in this podcast?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. In the thumbnail and the name, I'll put both names there. Okay, so the usual question. I ask it to everyone. Tell us about yourselves. Oh, wait, I did it already, right? Dementia. Or did I not? Wait, no, it's not. I'll leave that in. It's a bit hilarious. Yeah, tell us about yourselves. Tell us more. Yeah.
I haven't. I only heard about these people that I used as my usernames because of the Hearts of Iron 4 game and the New Order mod, and but and the pretty, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty good mod, in my opinion. That is, but I have have heard of them, and just started playing the game to see what it was like, and I ended up finding it good. Sorry if I started too much, Nick. I I don't. I'm too nervous.
You don't play the game, I suppose, anymore, right?
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry if I started though. I'm too nervous.
It's okay. I'm nervous every time I do this podcast. But so wait, can you clarify? So where did you meet these people?
Um, I saw them. I saw them in the game, and I looked their Wikipedia pages, and they have some sussy ideas, if you know what I mean.
Oh no, I was talking about
But
your username. I meant. Oh wait, you were referring to like in the mod. There's like this Brittany
yeah,
state. Oh, I'm sorry, I was confused. I thought you were talking about your
yeah.
friends who play Hoi 4.
Yeah. I'm talking. Yeah, I'm talking about my name origins.
Oh, okay, alright, yeah, you can continue, yeah.
So yeah, I looked those people that I found in the games names up on Wikipedia, and I found that they have some sussy ideas, but I didn't know much about that, so I just used their names because I found it cool. Their names sound interesting, you know.
I know
You get me.
but yeah, but okay, what can you tell us more? Like, what's your interests? Where are you from? As well.
I am from the northeastern region of Brazil, and I love history and geography stuff, and I've always been interested on the matter.
And so, okay, so you mentioned Hearthstone 4. Do you play any other games of, like, like from Paradox, for example? Do you play Victoria 3? Is that out even yet? I think it's out, right?
No, I haven't played Victoria 3, but I have played other Paradox games like Europa Universalis 4, Crusader Kings 2, and Cities Skylines.
Nice.
And they're pretty good, in my opinion. And also, not just Paradox games, of course. I also played lots of browser games and uh, RPG Maker games.
Yeah, so like Flash games. Remember Flash games?
Yeah,
Yeah, those were the stuff. I remember playing this.
I agree.
Yeah, I remember like a lot of like playing with them. And a lot of people grew up playing them on like Newgrounds and stuff. But who cares about Newgrounds? Like in my days, um, we played games on websites called free games for boys, or if it's for girls, then it's for girls. 100 like the ads, right? That would be like just full of like icons for like games. That would be like fake like game icons. So like you will click on them and get like 10 times of like 10 types of viruses on your computer. Yeah, those were the days. Oh wow, yeah. I haven't played many of them in a while. I should though. Even though
Nice.
yeah, even though Flashlight died, there's like another just very cool thing called Flashpoint, which will allow you to play many Flash games.
Yeah, that. Yeah, Flashpoint School. I miss Flash Player though.
Yeah, rip.
Yeah. Rest in
Animations as
peace.
well.
It was good. It was good.
Yep. Well, it's not like that. You can still, like a Flashpoint. And the thing is, it's like offline, like the player itself. You can download now, yes. but yeah, more or less it's that, yeah. And there's some
I see.
reasons, but yeah. Yeah, what are we talking about again? We got distracted. So Brazil, you say? You're going to
Yes.
Brazil, like in the meme. Actually, I'm saying that you are from Brazil. Why would you go to Brazil? You're already there. Now, I know that you're a Brazilian of Japanese heritage. Is it correct, right?
Yes, I am. My grandmother and her relatives are mostly Japanese. My grandma herself is an immigrant from Japan to Brazil. She immigrated in 1958 and is here to the present day. And and I have been raised by her since I was a baby, and I honestly like it. She is a pretty cool person, honestly.
Nice. And have you ever been to your ancestral homeland, Japan?
No, but I am gonna go there next year though, and either September or October for like a week.
Nice. And do you happen to know Japan? Japan, what is Japanese?
Um, only the basics though. I don't know much.
Oh, I see. Um, and so,
Because
yeah.
we don't speak much Japanese at home,
Well, I assume
just
so.
Portuguese.
Yeah, and you know pretty well. Well, he's from Brazil. um, Pretty cool. And but despite this, you still do you like happen to go to do you like any like cultural events or like stuff that look like like traditions, stuff like that. Like, would you say that you're active in like the life of your community? I suppose in that way.
Mm, um I like many Japanese festivals. I can only recall one though. It's the Ranabata Matsuri. It's a pretty cool festival. You like write your wish on a piece of paper and hang it on a bamboo tree and pray pray for it that your wish comes true.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
yeah, that's awesome. The 7 days 7 star festival. I can't recall the English name right now,
I see.
but it's pretty cool.
Oh, all right. And I like to learn about like traditions and cultures of different people. It's pretty interesting. Especially I suppose
Ah,
in
yeah, the Star Festival. Yeah,
oh yeah,
sorry for
general. Yeah.
interrupting you.
Oh, you remember the name? Oh, I see. Um, Pretty cool.
Sorry for interrupting you though, but yeah, I just remembered the name.
I see. And oh, okay. What about but you're from Brazil, so like what can you say like what are like the biggest like misconceptions people have when it comes to Brazil? And before you say no, Spanish it doesn't count. You know how like some people think that you have to well, I think it's really true now, but in the past I suppose like on The Simpsons like Homer. I remember the scene where Homer Simpson was like on it like no, I think it was Bart. I don't remember. To somebody, I think, yeah, one of the Simpsons. They were on a plane to Brazil. That famous Brazil episode. Um, and they were in the he was I think about he was on a plane and he was this like cassette player and had the courses for Spanish language, but they don't speak Spanish in Brazil. They speak Portuguese.
Yeah, yeah. Portuguese is different from Spanish.
Of course.
People have that misconception. People have that misconception because Spanish and Portuguese are similar, but they're still pretty different.
Yeah, I can relate. People let's say Ukrainian is like similar to Russian. Heck no. What the hell did you
Yeah,
say?
yeah. I was gonna use that analogy,
Yeah.
but you said that already. So yeah.
Great minds think alike, as they say.
Yeah, great minds think alike.
Yeah, and I suppose that Brazilian Portuguese is way more different than just mainland Portuguese. Mainland maybe not a correct term, but Portuguese.
And the difference is mainly in grammar and vocabulary because it's Brazilian Portuguese is a dialect of European Portuguese. Like you notice the accent difference right away between Brazilian Portuguese and European Portuguese. Some people say the European Portuguese accent sounds like a Russian person speaking. And Brazilian Portuguese, I've heard a lot online that people say it sounds more natural.
Nice. And this, it's like traditional Portuguese, simplified Portuguese. Portuguese.
Yeah, basically.
Portuguese. I certainly remember this before we did the podcast. I have a friend from Britain, and he called himself the old, I think, Brexit Giza. Giza. And I googled it up, and apparently it's like a slang term for an old person or something in Britain.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
I know.
Yeah. What next? Yeah, so back to the question. You got distracted a little bit. But I like when we're distracted because it means that we can tell more interesting stories as humans, I suppose. And because I also often get distracted, to be honest. But yeah, the original question, right? Common misconceptions about Brazil. What do you hate the most, regarding that?
What I hate the most is how people often portray Brazil as a poor country, because not all of Brazil is poor. Well, we have some poor areas, but the capitals of the states of Brazil, most of them do have poverty, but they're developed, at least from my state's capital perspective, and also Rio and São Paulo. Those are the most well-known Brazilian cities, and while they do have rampant crime and poverty, they're still pretty developed. And Brazil also has a cool fauna and flora. I've heard that Brazil has the biggest biodiversity on the planet. It's the country with the biggest biodiversity, and I honestly think that's pretty cool. But the Amazon rainforest burnings, those are very unfortunate. Those are a very unfortunate occurrence, and I hope that ends soon.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I've heard about the fires, and you also mentioned the crime rates and the gangs and stuff. This reminds me, one of my favorite Ukrainian Tozna hosts is a nice lad named, man, why I say lad? I'm becoming British now. Thanks, Daisel. Shout out Daisel. But one of the most he's a man named Dmitry Komarov, and he has this like travel show. Called World Inside Out, and every season he takes on like one country, and one country was Brazil, and to be fair, he did like as much as there were like gangs, there were also like some good moments. He always tries to portray like it's in the name. He tries to portray like the hidden, like not less touristy like stuff of Brazil, more exclusive stuff. Something that wasn't really covered before. Which is what I respect him the most for, because he is always he takes the risks. Yeah.
Also, he covers like literally everything, right?
Well, more or less like stuff like I suppose usually isn't covered. Maybe I suppose as well. But yeah, it's something. And but to be honest, but I am going to be honest with you. The stuff about like he went to like the gangs and stuff was pretty epic as well. He like went to like this one like drug like gang. He had like he was held at gunpoint and stuff. He like even like had an exclusive interview with like one of the gang leaders. Very intense.
He was. Yeah, yeah. We have a lots of criminal gangs.
Yeah, but
and very dangerous.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad talking about it because you just mentioned people.
He got held. Got held at gunpoint by a gang, right?
Yeah, like in the car, or like at the checkpoint or whatever. Yeah, it's like holy crap, like intense.
Criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, the criminal gangs have their own checkpoints that they use.
Yeah. Yeah. Awkward silence. But yeah, it was like he like was like in a mask and stuff. To be fair, he wasn't like hurt or like kidnapped or anything. But it was.
Yeah, that's good at least.
Yeah, of course. Like, how else would this like ever season would come out? In fact, actually, one of the things about his show that I also like is that there is like almost nobody. There's only in the show the crew like on location, like not counting like the guys in like Kiev who videoed or whatever. Like on the ground, there's only more or less two people: him and his video operator. His name is Sasha, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think he is. And that's it. Nobody else. Okay, maybe like a translator as well, but he doesn't know. Like, I remember he once went to like a very like obscure like tribe in Amazonas River region, whatever. And
the Amazon rainforest.
Yeah, and he went to like some remote tribes. He like went to several. It was very fascinating, and there they spoke like.
It's a pretty fascinating environment.
Yeah, and like very dangerous, like piranhas in like the rivers too. Like they would like eat your like buttocks.
Piranhas are pretty dangerous if you swim in a river or a lake with them.
Did you ever see any? Like, do you have any like near you that like has piranhas?
Nah, honestly, because my region is the region I live in is far from the Amazon rainforest. It's like another forest system called the I can't translate the I don't know how to translate the name to English. We call it in Portuguese Mata Atlântica. It's like the Atlantic forest, a forest that grows along the Brazilian Atlantic coast.
Oh.
So it's I live in the region. I live in that region in the northeastern Brazil. And as such, that the region I live in is pretty humid. It's pretty humid, and the temperature is average. Our highest temperature was like 35 something
Oh,
degrees Celsius. So
35.
yeah, that was our highest temperature ever recorded. At least in the region I live in, inside my state, because there are other regions in my state that have had higher temperatures than that, like the backwoods region known as Sertão. That's the dry region. So it's like a savanna kind of environment. It's pretty dry. It's pretty dry. It's pretty hot also, and and yes, there are people who live there, and no, Brazil is not just a massive forest. We also have dry environments as well, and mountains. So yeah,
Wow.
you can continue.
Yeah, actually, thank God they don't live near the piranhas. I hate those. Scary. Again, the only thing.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't seen any. Thankfully,
Yeah.
we have. There's still we have capybaras though.
Ah.
I think those. Yeah, they're pretty cute. I think those are all over Brazil, honestly.
They're like their animal, national animal, right? Well, sorry.
Yeah, they're basically huge rats because they're like the same. They're related to rats. Yeah, they're rodents. So they look like basically huge hamsters. So yeah, capybaras capybaras are pretty cute.
Huge.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but people also eat them. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Who the hell starts a podcast like that? We just sat down. We went from cute little chunky hamsters to people eat them. Yeah. No.
yeah, yeah. People, yeah. Capybaras were considered. Yeah, fun fact: capybaras were considered fish by the Roman Catholic Church because the church didn't know what those creatures were, so the church they're fish. They swim in rivers. They're fish. So yes, you can eat them.
I mean,
Yeah, basically it went like that.
I won't be surprised if they also classify it like beavers. They just swim in the water, so they're fish, You can eat them on, If I know Catholics don't eat like some meat on some days, right? That's why they made filet fish in McDonald's, because American Rock would get like money from the Catholics on like Sundays, I think. I don't remember. I don't know much about Catholicism. You're Catholic, right? I think you know more than me. You can fill me in on this one. Like fasting.
Yeah, do they have like beavers in Ukraine or no?
I think we do. Yeah. I think I've seen even actually some maybe maybe not. I don't remember. To be honest, I'm not more in the flora side of things than fauna. Right? No, wait.
Yeah.
No, flora is.
Flora is plants.
Yeah.
Flora is plants, and fauna is animals.
Yeah. Okay, got it correctly. I thought it was a bit. Yeah. But yeah. So right. Tribe. Amazonas. And by the way, this is he like went to like a bunch of these like remote like communities across Brazil, not just like in the Amazonas as well, but like in like deserts and stuff. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he went to this one tribe and they spoke their own like language. And so like he hired a translator to translate his language, and he made the show in Russian. So he translated from Russian to Portuguese. I can't spell Portuguese.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hazel.
Yeah, Portuguese.
Yeah, from Russian to Portuguese, and since the tribe didn't really speak Portuguese, I did it correctly there.
The tribes don't speak Portuguese and they hire a translator. Yeah, so that's what you mean, right?
Yeah, and so they hired a translator to translate from Portuguese to their language. So he had two of them.
Yeah.
Two of them, to like translate it, pretty cool. And they were like all naked, like sitting there in the lake, and they're just translating. pretty cool. I love that episode as well. I love all of them. Yeah. Anyway, so this is like how do I say this? This is like layer on layer on layer of distraction. Like we went from what stereotypes to what capybaras. They them. I guess we're just back from that. So yeah, crime. I remember this very one other thing. So in Brazil, it's also another stereotype, I suppose, that a lot of people love their football fix there. Do you play football?
Yeah, football is very big here.
Uh,
Yeah, we're known as the football country, and we have our own set of rules in football.
Oh.
And but like there's FIFA, and they also have their own set of rules, and as such, our national football team has to abide by those rules if they want to play in FIFA tournaments. So yeah, we can't use our own rules, or else it won't be like fair game.
Yeah.
You know.
Sounds
So, yeah.
fair. But do you play football yourself?
No, I don't. I don't practice any sport actually.
Yay! High five. Yeah. And so right about football. So there's this like he went to like this one man. This very cool man. He lives in like favelas in some like city, and he trains these poor kids that live there like football. They have like their own like youth team, I suppose. And usually,
Yeah.
yeah, and like usually they play on this
Ev-
like concrete, like, yeah. What do you want to say? It's okay if you interrupt me.
The brick houses.
Well, yeah, like brick concrete. That's how they make them of. I'm not like expert in favelas, but I know that another thing. I suppose that's stereotyped, but I suppose about Brazil is that people live there. I suppose, obviously, I think it's
Yeah,
not the case.
there are huge favelas, but no, everyone here lives in one.
Of course,
It's yeah,
it's type of things that you as a person who isn't even from your like from the country, even you can like see like through the stereotype that it's actually bullshit. you know,
yeah, exactly.
it's like this is the modern information age, I suppose. But yeah, so usually they like play on this like hard concrete like paving like somewhere there in their like field in their like area. But once every week he rents out a very like modern cool grass field for the kiddos, and they all play there. It's very nice of him. He's a very nice man, he's of nice heart, and the reason he does this
Uh,
football. Yeah.
yeah, he does this to raise awareness and try to
Oh, you know him?
and try to. No.
Oh.
I'm just assuming. I'm
Yeah.
just assuming.
This is-
He does this to raise awareness and try to make their situation better, right?
Yeah, so the reason he does this is that sadly many gangs, I think, um, yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah. The gangs also hide among the population,
yeah,
cause
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, and so they like hire children occasionally, and
yeah.
yeah, and so to prevent that, he's trying to get the kiddos into doing non-gangs, like doesn't want them to be gangsters, and it's very cool. The guy is of a great heart.
Yeah. I bet he's a cool person. He has a nice heart,
Yeah,
like you said.
yeah, and the renting and him renting out, for the kiddos, this whole thing is too, very nice. Heartwarming. The whole episode is just,
Football is like a pastime for us. Yeah, even in our towns, cities, whatever, we have our own clubs where we we organize matches against each other, and there are football matches against different schools as well. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool. Um, and um, and so there's these two kids in that club. Um, uh, they are from they're from the same family. One of them is the older brother, the other one is the younger brother. I think the older brother is I think like 17 or something, like around my age. And the younger one is I think around 12 or something, or 13, I don't remember. Yeah, somewhere around that age. And so these two have been involved in the gangs. The older one even got
Yeah.
arrested a few times. He was like in prison. Um, like they like trade cocaine or whatever, drugs. I think.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but um, they kind of like they were given a second chance by this man, and they started they quit the gangs and stuff thanks to this man. This man himself, the football guy, he himself goes to the gangs, tells them, "Hey, please stop, don't do this," and they like listen to him. They're he takes again like huge heart. My respect to this man.
Yeah,
Really,
yeah.
nice person.
Good respect to that guy.
Yeah, and so right, and so some time passes, and the two guys, Dmitry, he usually Dima, the host of the whole program, who I mentioned earlier, he usually likes to make some special surprises, gifts to
That's nice.
like people he covers, yeah. And he had a very cool thing. He with his own like I think money, or maybe not, I don't if I remember, but he essentially helped these two boys get into the most prestigious Brazilian club ever. I think something like that. They're like big guys in Europe. It is called I think Atlantico, something like that.
Yeah, they're a big club, right?
Yeah, and so he got them there in the youth club, like training and stuff. And
That's nice.
and all went well. Happy ending. They were now playing there, and yeah, almost.
That's pretty wholesome. That's pretty cool. I like that. I
Yeah,
like how
but
it ended.
it's not the ending.
Oh,
So the older guy, everything was alright with him. He had he continued to play,
oh,
no gang stuff. But this is where it gets sad. The younger guy returned to the gang.
oh.
And so like on the show, like Tima like found him with the football guy. He found him with like a pistol on his like man bag. I call the man bag, like this man like bag you put in your like chest, and everything, and it was pretty depressing. But Dima, being the man that he is,
Yeah.
he's a very nice man as well. He gave him one more chance, and I don't know what happened actually. I think he actually is he tries to keep contact with all the people he had on his show, even like years later. Like he's been doing this for like what, like over like 15 years at this point. I think he still takes contract.
He has been doing this kind of stuff for 15 years.
Well, sadly,
That's
like
some
since 2008, I think. Yeah.
that's some amazing dedication, honestly.
Yeah.
Huge respect to that guy.
Yeah, and so so it didn't end the best way, but it ended with a slight hope at the end of the tunnel, I suppose.
I guess it ended with hope.
Yeah, and
I thought it had a happy ending, but nope, like you said.
well, still, his shows have like sometimes some interesting, he again he talks about the good stuff, the bad stuff. It's like
Yeah,
that's really kind of politics. He gets into like the again like the weird, the untouristy kind of stuff that they won't usually show you, I suppose.
he like breaks the stereotypes, right?
Yeah, and sometimes the law. Oh, really? Like, for example, his Nepal episode, Nepal, nipple, whatever. In that season, he once, so you know Bigfoot, Yeti, right? So there's like
the
a rumor
Yeti.
that exists. Obviously it doesn't, but there's a rumor that exists, and in one like temple, like there in Nepal, they have like a scalp of him, like of Bigfoot apparently, on display. And so what these guys did, these guys,
Yeah, and he tried to investigate where did it actually came from, right?
yeah, right. So what he did was distract like the priest in like the temple, whatever it was, and while he wasn't looking, opened like the box and took a small sample of like the hair, right, and then went back. Although like he literally risked his like low enough. He also even risked his life in this show. Yeah.
Yeah, he risked his career, right?
Well, I suppose so, but it didn't pay off because they sent it to a Ukrainian lab, and they showed that it's not actually Bigfoot. Well, no surprise, actually, it is actually a mountain goat.
It's mountain goat's hair, but also did the
Yeah.
program inform the priests of their visit?
Well, yeah, of course, they visited there, but they didn't tell him that they were like, smuggling a piece of hair of Bigfoot. Goat. There. I remember he also had an episode of his season in Cuba, and a lot of the stuff he had to do like in secret because the Cuban KGB or whatever was spying on them. In fact, they even got
I see.
detained. Yeah, they didn't get detained at the airport, but thankfully for the diplomacy they got freed. We got really distracted. This is a podcast about you, and instead it became about not me, but because of this cool guy. I could go on about Naros. Actually, maybe we could make a special dedicated episode of. Actually, no, I should make a video on this show, because this show is crazy. People in the West don't know about this show because not dubbed. But I should make a separate video on this. Okay, this is a good idea. Okay, I'm making this. Hopefully, no promises. I don't keep promises well. But yeah, let's get back to you now.
Okay,
I'm very sorry that we got distracted, carried away. This is really my style.
Yeah.
I carried away so often.
Yeah, I wonder how many people are gonna actually watch this episode.
0. No, wait, no, 1. My dad. Shout out to my dad. Hi. Oh, really? Can I have him watch my show? It's pretty nice of him. And even then, I'll edit it down.
Yeah,
so
not many people watch your episodes, right?
Yeah, to be honest, I think it's because of me in a way, because I don't really do much to promote it. But I do try to promote it.
Yeah,
I'll try to.
I think it's.
Do it more.
I think it's because of your voice. I think.
Yeah. Thanks. It's okay. I can understand this already because it's one of my main problems. I suppose is my voice. But at this point, I don't give a shit. At this point, I don't do this for views. I don't do this for anything. I just do it because I enjoy it. Of course, quality control is there, and I make sure that I don't release some shits out here. I actually, I edit, I script, which I barely wrote in this episode because preparation. What's that? Who needs that? Yeah, am I right? But I still try to be, on the quality side. I edit, I prepare, usually, and do all that stuff. So, yeah, I think for this thing I'm doing, I think it's more or less all right. Again, to be honest, one of the main problems that holds this podcast from being more successful, in my opinion, is that it's only available on YouTube. Because I even promised that I'm going to get it out on other platforms. But sadly, I found out that you have to actually pay, essentially. There's services for this thing, providers. You can't directly upload, obviously, in the services. And so you have to pay for these guys. And the thing is, I don't have any money. All I have is my parents' allowances. And to be honest, they actually probably won't mind if they use their money to get this. Actually, why don't I ask him? This is the thing, right? You know, what's the problem? What's asking? How did I not
Yeah,
think of this?
yeah. It said that streaming services and other platforms do this thing, honestly, where you have to pay for basic stuff. It's pretty sad, honestly.
Yeah, this is the best episode ever. I mean, I say this like every episode, but this is the best episode ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my opinion, your episode with Kamipin was the best one.
The one? Which one? I didn't hear that. Sorry.
That one episode with Kamipin.
Oh, camping. Yeah, the very first one. Well, I think it was less. I was a bit less experienced, but still, thanks. I still like it. You enjoy it. I like all of them, to be honest. Really. Sure, maybe some of them may have
Yeah,
been shorter and stuff, but you know, I used to like
yeah,
it.
yeah. I like all of them, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay if you don't like all of them, because I don't think all of them are perfect. Yeah, but
Yeah,
still. But on the other hand, we have episodes
you
like
have,
this one, which will go for I don't know how long. Currently, as of me
yeah, you
recording,
have some real talent though for going this
yeah,
long.
1 hour. I think 1 hour is the best like time. No more, no less. An hour.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually,
1 hour.
yeah, actually, I will make the last episode 2 hours because yes, I said prior to. If not, it'll be 1 hour 6 minutes, but still longer than an hour. But I can't promise anything.
Yeah, it sounds good. Sounds
Great. I
good.
like how
Last
we.
episode, 2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Anyways,
I like how we
continue.
again like this was about you more or less, but we again like deviated away from you. I feel so sorry. Um, yeah, let's talk about you. What can you like? Like you mentioned, you have a YouTube channel, right? What do you like content? Like what kind of content do you make?
Okay. My YouTube channel mostly mostly about songs that I upload and just um wait for people to watch them. That's that's the point of having a channel. Yeah, uploading something and waiting for people to watch it. I just yeah, my content, like I said, my content is just songs that I put a background, a map, a flag map, and some lyrics below. That's it. Just put a song in the background while the lyrics the lyrics the lyrics. Fuck, bro. I can't. There's a song in the background while the lyrics keep rolling. Yeah, basically it. That's my kind. Just songs in a flag map, basically. Like a known. I just do it like a known song YouTube channel known as Ingen. Yeah, or
Shut up.
Engine. Yeah, shout out. Yeah, shout out to
Yeah.
Ingen.
Wait. So you're like a mapper, right? Like you know, like you do maps and stuff.
No, I don't. No, I'm not a mapper. I just like I said, I just put songs over a. I just put a background over a song I want to upload.
Oh,
I
so this is
just
the map.
yeah,
My bad. My bad.
yeah. It's a map. It's a map, and it's a map of the country with a flag on it, and with the lyrics of the song below.
Oh, okay. I see then. And do you want to be a content creator, or this is more for like a side hobby thing?
Yeah, I want to be. Yeah, I want to be. Yeah, I want to be more than that. I actually wanted to start. I actually want to be a streamer. Honestly,
Oh,
Well,
so
like like playing games, like playing games and uh, discussing with a chat like that.
I
And
think it'll be
actually,
cool.
I want to be a bit different. I want to be humorous. I want to be humorous. I don't want to be that boring, serious guy.
Yeah, nobody really watches them. I think, in my opinion, maybe some do. Shout out to those who do. But
Yeah, shout out to the.
yeah. So this is who you want your work as, like your job. Is that correct? Right?
Yeah, yeah. I want to. Yeah, I want to. Yes, some people might not. Some people might not agree, but I consider streaming a job because
Well, I agree.
you get money because you get money and you do stuff. You do stuff. So yeah, I consider streaming a job, but there's also real life jobs as well, and I want to get one as well. I want to get a job as well, real life job that is.
I see. I agree with you. I think streaming is a job, and what is that real life job you're talking about?
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I want to work. I want to work. And like I don't. Mm, I can't remember the right English word for it, but yeah, I want to work at like uh computer science or graphic design because they're pretty interesting. Even though I am like shit at like maths, chemistry, physics, and that stuff. So yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I can another high five for you. I can very much relate to that.
Yeah, high five.
Yeah. Um. So yeah. You know, this is kind of a thing where I'm a bit. I can also can't really relate because I don't have a job yet, but I will. Maybe in the future. Yeah. But yeah. Um. Now uh, since I see you don't have much time left now, sadly, I'd love to talk to you
Yeah.
more about stuff in general, but I have to keep the time. In the end, what can you say? Like, what would you like to like add? Um, like,
I want to. I want to. I want to thank everyone for. I want to thank everyone that is currently watching this podcast, this episode, to keep to keep watching it because it is, in my opinion, it is pretty fun, and and I feel thankful for being invited to one, for being a guest in this episode because um he is QTV. Nick Bro is a pretty cool person in my opinion,
thank
and
you.
I
Yeah.
also am trying and I also am trying to be like him, a better person, like as cheerful as him as well. So yeah, you can continue QTV.
Yeah, not often do I hear people say they want to be like me. To be honest, I would say I'm far from perfect, so I wouldn't really want people usually to follow me. But if it's the good parts, then go for it. Sure. I think that's only good because it's good. Get. um, yeah, but okay. Wait, one more thing. Nearly forgot to ask. Do you have any social media outside of your YouTube channel, which I could link in the description, to this podcast? Like, do you have a Twitter or? Oh yeah, you do have a Twitter, right? I will. Can I link that in the description?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. I
So
have
yeah.
yeah my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is has it's called it's called Goulven, and I have other social media accounts as well, like Twitter, Discord, Steam as well, and uh, Twitch and Reddit that I don't use.
Okay, so I'll link in the Twitter and
Yeah,
YouTube
Twitch.
channel. Yeah, link in the links in the description.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
my YouTube, my Twitter, my Twitch, my Steam, and my Reddit. The ones I use the least are my Reddit and my Twitch,
I see.
because I don't. Yeah,
All right, then. So yeah, thank you for being a guest here. Very much appreciated. Just it was very nice to have you here.
yeah. Thank you everyone for watching this episode.
Yeah, no problem. Now on the extra dish, and on extra dish, I'd like to mention today one thing, and that is that I'd like to apologize for the delay in bringing you this episode. This is because of some other factors which are not in my hands. As such, I'd like to apologize. I'm recording this episode on Sunday, so I should have this episode probably ready by Monday or Tuesday, which is a bit late for me, but you'll probably see it.
There's no problem, bro. I can wait.
Oh, it's okay. But one thing I forgot to mention before we record this. There's this unbroken tradition, I suppose, that people guests don't talk during extradition. But this is okay. This is okay. Look, I don't. This is actually kind of fun because after all, this is a experimental episode. So it's actually all right that if you talk during extradition. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't have anything other than that to say anyway. But yeah. As usual, the episodes will be. I try to record episodes on Fridays, and get them edited on Saturday, and then get them out on Sunday. Yeah. So yeah. On that note, I suppose that is it. Thank you for actually getting for this. Yeah. And yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Stay tuned.
Yeah. More episodes.